Patrick,
yes.
Of course, for the finance, I'll just, take you a little forward. The Finance Bill 2024-2025, the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry had, forwarded some of their suggestions. 70% of these suggestions were addressed, but the bill was, done away with. And then the Finance Act 2023 was also done away with by the courts. What are your feelings on this?
Oh, thank you so much. I think we need to ask ourselves, where are we heading to as a country? Right. To me, where I sit from my economic background, I know finance bill is a coefficient of facilitating the national budget. Mm-hmm. And then budget would now translate to development of the country. Mm-hmm. Now, as a private sector, just as the engineers put it, 2023, the Finance Act, even before it became an act, we really had to give submissions as the private sector. Right. Especially areas that we felt would really interfere with the growth of the small and medium enterprises in this country. Mm-hmm. And of course, it was passed and we had to, it had to be implemented. Right. Now, for 2024, it came with a lot of challenges. I remember we had a meeting with several stakeholders, even having a round-table discussion with His Excellency the President and also the advisors and also other industry players. Right. And we were able to really single out the critical areas that we thought may prove to be also a burden to the entrepreneurs in this country. Right. Especially in terms of cost of doing business, ease of doing business, and also we realized that the cost of taxation was not going to be really sustainable. Right. And therefore, because you see, finance bill, it will after the end of the day, once it has become an act, it is the entrepreneurs, private sector, who will finance that. So we were like, no, this thing will not facilitate growth, it will not facilitate consumption, it will not facilitate production, and it will not even give, especially the medium enterprises, opportunity to thrive. Right. Therefore, you know what happened, and here we are.
Here we are.
But as Kenyans, we must really chart a way forward. Right. Yeah, what will be our Kenya today or tomorrow? So I think it calls for a robust thinking in terms of a very gradual transformative process towards recovering our economy in terms of bringing stakeholders, and therefore I support what my mentor is talking about, right. The stakeholders dialogue, where we need to have policymakers, we need to bring private sectors to really have a candid discussion, like how do we really move the country going forward. Right. Good.
Mark, I'll come back to you. Of course, these fiscal changes usually has a very huge impact, especially for budding businesses. The environment right now, fiscally speaking, even taxation regimes could be, very hard for businesses. If you could just give us an insight into that.
Yeah, I think that running a business myself, and I think seeing and interacting with Gen Z, a number of my teammates and colleagues are both Gen Z and millennials too. I think that the concept and subject of tax is both something which, we've tried to